Okay. Hello.
Welcome back.
Welcome back to World Class Athlete.
Woo woo, woo woo. Episode
Yeah.
13.
Let's go. That's crazy.
I know.
First things first. Don't forget to make your bracelet. This is literally coming out the day of the first game.
Yes.
But we're keeping it going for as long as possible.
Make
so
the bracelets.
Make your bracelets. Did you see people? That TikTok did not get very many views, but we got a couple comments from people that don't follow us being like, oh, this sounds so fun.
I did see that.
And I was like, it
I
will
also
be.
saw that
will
someone
be
shared the post on the Instagram.
Me?
Yeah. She's gonna hype this up.
Someone shared that TikTok, though. I
Really?
looked on Insights, yeah.
Oh, I didn't look on the inside. I just saw.
But
Another
there was
shared
one
it.
share. I reposted it, but I don't know if that counts as a share or not.
I don't think so.
Because Jess reposted it, too, and it said only one.
Yeah. So.
But yeah, I'm excited. And I had made a video last week about it. I'll probably make another one. I'll make one tomorrow when we're, like, making them.
Yes.
We need to use the sound. Either the one that's like, I'm tired of this, Grandpa. Or the one, what's the one that's, like, going around right now? It's like the never give up, never back down.
Yeah. Never give up, never what? Never back down. Never give up, never what? Never back down.
Yeah, we need to do that.
That'd be funny.
But the one that I posted got like 600 something views. So
yeah. You're really just your personal TikTok better than our.
it's been, I don't know. I've been trying to write out the momentum ever since I posted that one the first week of school that
Yeah.
has like 17
Yeah. You really.
views. I did not expect that one to.
That one popped. Like, truly.
I thought it was going to get maybe like 300. And let's see what it's at now. Is it like
No, it got views.
17.4 right now?
Views
Yeah.
on that one.
And that one about Andre the other day got 4K.
yeah, that one's funny.
Yeah.
You're just too good.
I thought my one about Tom Holland would go bigger. Someone was giving me attitude in the comments. Did you see that?
No, because I think I saw it before people
Oh.
started commenting on it.
Well, I said the word slay in the video, and someone commented slay, but like mockingly. Like doing like the
Yeah.
some capital, some
Mm.
lowercase letters. And I was like, okay, why is that the only takeaway you had
From everything that I said, the only thing you got from it
Yeah.
was me saying slay. Okay.
And then I went and looked at her account, and she's a laser technician who hates body hair. And I was like, okay, that's weird.
No slay for you.
Yeah, you're not slaying right now. Maybe that's why you're so bitter.
Yikes.
But it is crazy that every time, without fail, I get followed by random Tom Holland pretending accounts.
That is funny. They're really committing to the bit, too.
Yeah, like one of them liked like 10 posts of mine in a row, I guess to get my attention. Oh, another 1989 final apparently. But let's see, here's my requests. Some of them delete after a while. But here's the one that was pretending to be a manager. I hope you don't mind I contacted you. But this person must have gotten hacked because they have 1,000
Yeah.
followers. And then this one. This one was pretending to be Nick Carter, but the other day it was pretending to be Tom Holland. So this one must just like change a lot.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then this one, hello, beautiful. Yeah, I've seen quite a handful of your comment on my post uploaded on my business page.
Quite handful.
I feel so honored and blessed to have an amazing fan like you. Oh, thank you.
How
Thanks,
sweet.
Tom. Tom Holland chat page.
Wild.
Yeah. It's like so many. Also,
No.
Pig Trail followed me the other day. I don't know what's up with that.
I don't know either. That's crazy.
Yeah, I just have, yes.
Yeah, I know. That's what I'm saying.
It's so funny. I get followed by a lot of random, like, spam accounts.
Yeah. That and, like, sugar mommies.
Yeah.
There's a lot of them out there.
I never get the mamas. I always get the daddies.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
I don't ever get any sugar daddies. Only sugar mamas.
I always get men with creepy beards.
Oh.
And then
I've only gotten, like, one or two of those. Most of them are, like, older women. You're like, let me finance your school.
I've
And
gotten
I'm
a
like,
couple of those. Usually the ones that are women are, like, 32.
Yeah.
Like, that's how they don't look very old.
I don't know. The ones I've gotten, definitely 50s-ish, if not older.
I feel like someone should do a study on that.
Yeah.
Like-
Like, I don't get it. I'm also kind of impressed
Scam
on how many
I know.
there
Yeah,
are.
I'm like, how many usernames are left in the world? with
That's
all of
what
these
I'm
bots that
saying.
keep taking usernames. 'Cause
Ridiculous.
nowadays, to look less spammy, they use like a real name
Right.
and numbers.
So
Or-
like these poor people who that's their actual
Yeah.
name are just like, I can't make an account.
Yeah.
Crazy.
Interesting. I feel like they should figure out a better way to handle bots.
That's what I'm saying. You
But-
would think with all the technology,
I know.
there would be something. Wild.
Come on, Zuck. What are you doing?
Get it together.
Every time I think of him, I think, have you seen the video of him talking about Sweet Baby Ray's barbecue?
Yes, I have. It's so funny.
He sounds like a robot. He's like, we're gonna use the Sweet Baby Ray's.
It's so funny.
Kind of creepy.
The
but
way he
funny.
also just kind of like, in every video of him speaking, he just like stares into your soul.
Mm-hmm.
Terrifies me.
Shudders.
It's weird.
Yeah. Anyways, we're way cooler than Mark Zuckerberg.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Richer? No.
No.
Cooler? Yes.
Yeah.
Oh, I saw today, you know how someone just won like the $2 billion lottery?
Yeah.
Apparently this guy immediately bought a Bel Air mansion with like 8 bedrooms and 11 bathrooms. This man is going to be broke in 2 years.
Yeah, that didn't sound like good financial decisions.
How are you going to spend $2 billion in 2 years? I don't know. He'll figure it out, I'm sure.
Taxes are half of it.
Well, but the lottery itself was over $2 billion.
Oh, that's true. So
I guess it depends on if he took out the lump sum or if he did the 30-year deal.
Yeah.
But
still, what do you need a Bel Air mansion for?
He's from Florida, too. Like, just buy a Florida mansion.
Yeah, why?
California is going to fall into the sea eventually.
Right. Why not buy a piece, like, land on the beach?
The taxes are going to be so
private
much better in
beach.
Florida.
Yeah.
Anyways. That's where
You
the
can
rich
also
grandpa lived. Grandpas.
Use water all year round in Florida.
It is nasty, though. Sulfur water.
Yeah, but at least you have
But you
it.
can buy a good filter with $2 billion.
That's what I'm saying. In California, you can't even buy the water.
True. He really didn't think this through.
No.
See, if I won $2 billion or even just like a $500 million lottery jackpot, because that is plenty for me
of money.
If I was going to buy a house or like houses, they would be in different countries. They would not all be in the U.S.
Oh, no. I've been there, done that.
I don't want to live in California. I would not build one there, especially because of the taxes mostly, but also because California has nothing to offer me personally. Like, I've been there and it's fine.
It's great,
times.
but like I don't want to live there.
Yeah, no, I would never live there. But like, if I'm gonna buy houses, one in Italy,
Obviously.
one in the Bahamas
Of
because their
course.
dollar is 1-to-1 with ours.
Right.
Diversify my bank accounts.
That's what I'm saying.
Where else would someone put a house?
The French countryside.
Yeah, on a lavender farm.
Yeah, it'd be kind
I
of
love
cool.
lavender. It's my favorite herb.
Really?
Followed by
Incredible.
chamomile.
Oh, I didn't know there was a list.
Oh yeah,
Oh, I didn't
those are my top 2.
make a list. I feel left out.
I also like basil.
Oh, basil's a good one.
But yeah, what would you do with $2 billion?
I would.
I'd also quit school.
I would set aside money to finish undergrad and for law school.
Yeah, I guess I'd finish my master's, but then,
Yeah. Well, I don't know if I would go to law school if I just would.
yeah. That's,
You know-
I was about to say, what are you talking about?
I'd finish undergrad though. Like I'm halfway
Yeah.
through. I might as well. I would invest in an apartment complex in like a college town, make some money back, and then I'd be buying houses in other countries. I'd go Italy for sure.
You can buy ones in Italy for €1 as long as you fix them up. So
Yeah.
that would be a great investment.
That's what I'm saying. I would do somewhere beachy. I'm not 100% narrowed it down. I might look into buying an island
Ooh, yeah.
just for fun. My mom just sent me an Amazon link. I would buy whatever Amazon thing my mom just sent me just now.
There you go.
I would. I don't know. I'd probably like try to buy in some like franchise chain too. You know,
I'd buy a boat.
Oh, yeah.
Like a speedboat.
Oh, yeah.
And a captain.
Right.
I want to be able to tube.
Right. Like, I'm not going to do it. Yeah.
Not a yacht, just a speedboat.
No.
Yachts
I do think I would rent a yacht for like a week or two.
Yeah,
just for
go
fun.
Off the coast of like Monaco.
Yeah. Just like.
Yeah, I'd start
going
to F1 races.
Yeah, because I can afford them.
Yeah.
Oh, I would like donate to the school so I can get my box seat at sporting events.
Yeah, I didn't think about that.
My name's on a building or something.
I was talking to someone. Someone asked me if I was going to the game, and I was like, "Oh yeah, my friend, like her dad has season tickets and stuff." And I was like, "Oh, I'm really excited because they have a parking pass that we're gonna use." And she goes, "He must be rich because you have to drop some coin on that." I was like, "On the parking pass?"
I'm
like, I don't think they're as expensive as you think they are.
I don't think people understand. There's like levels to season tickets. We are at level 1. I was like, we just got them.
I think she assumed I meant like a box or something, and I was like, no, we will be like, isn't it like in one of the end zones or something?
Yeah, it's the end zone close to the student section. We're just fancy because we got seat backs to our chairs and there's shade.
And we'll be in the shade. But yeah, no, I was like, okay.
No, I'm telling you right now, that man did not drop serious coin.
I just thought that was funny. I was like, I don't think that's how that works.
No, we're on the lower tier of season. Like, we gotta have those for like 5 years before we get offered an upgrade on seats.
Yeah.
Like, we are.
It's like buying a Birkin bag. You have to buy your way into getting offered a bag.
Literally, it's what it is. No, but I would donate. Yeah, I'd donate so I could get courtside. And then, like, box for football, stuff like that.
I feel like...
I'd go to more NFL games.
Yeah,
because I've never been... I'm a Giants fan. I've never been to MetLife for a game. I think I would splurge and...
There you
go. If I had the money, I'd go there, too. Just for fun. Even if we'd lose, but I'd go.
I feel like if you won... If you were able to keep it anonymous...
Yeah.
Because, like, certain states... So, Arkansas isn't an anonymous state unless you open a trust... And then you can claim it as a trust.
Yeah.
And you don't have to have your name attached to it.
There you go.
But
thought about this.
So if people didn't know that I won $2 billion and I was still in school, I would just drip myself out.
Oh, yeah.
And just show up to class. And people would be like,
you know what I would do?
What are you wearing?
I would buy a parking garage pass. Or, no, I would just park wherever on campus because I would be able to afford the parking tickets.
Yeah, there you go.
That's what I would do.
You have enough money not to care anymore.
Yeah, that's what... I'd be parking in a faculty lot right next to the building.
Just make sure you pay in a timely manner or else they will tow.
We're not going to get towed, but...
Just every time that notification comes
every time I get the email.
All right, let me pay it.
I would. That way I just didn't have to walk 15 minutes up the hill. Sweating, huffing and puffing before I get to class.
You would need to pay someone to just like cart you around campus.
I bet you I could.
Mm-hmm.
I would. I'd make life very comfortable. The little things, you know?
Yeah.
I don't need a lot.
I feel like I'd go to like a Premier League soccer game.
Oh yeah. I'd be going I'd just start going to like the wildest things I could go to. Just like
random sporting events.
Yeah, I would just anything I've ever wanted to like
Super Bowl.
Right, I'd go.
Mhm.
Anything I wanted to go to but couldn't afford, like I'd just start going. Life experiences. That's what I'm spending it on.
Someone donate us $2 million.
Yeah.
$2 billion.
$2 billion.
Million only lasts so long.
You're right.
Billion.
We'd have to really budget with $1 million, you know? Yeah. We'd have to cut out the yachting plans.
Every time the lottery gets really big, my family will buy like 20 or so plays.
Oh, yeah.
And then we'll be like, okay, so if we win, we split it. We do the 30-year deal. We split it 3 ways. We start like doing dividends. We make a trust.
We got it.
We've got the plan down.
My family does too. We go in it with the family friends. Mm-hmm. And so, oh yeah, no.
No, see, we just do it the 3 of us. So
I know. Now that though my brother just turned 18. I gotta keep it in the fam, you know. Can't feel like outsiders in it.
Yeah, because if it's $400 million,
that's what I'm saying.
You're only each getting $100 million.
Right, that's not a lot to work with.
Change.
Yeah. falling on a budget at that point. Like, wow.
Yeah, and I was joking that I would buy Claudia's baby a car. I was like, he would get all the cars. He's not even a year old yet. And he was just staring at me, and I was like, I would buy you a car.
I'd get you a
and
car.
I would buy you a house. And she
take care of
and she goes, and you would fund all of my children forever. And I was like, sure.
Sure. If you okay.
Why not? If I got that kind of money,
yeah. Sure. Charity work, you know. Gotta do your good. I tithe 10% to the church.
Oh, of course. Yeah, my church would be, I mean, I go to fellowship, so fellowship would just be dripped out.
They'd plan another church somewhere with the money we'd be given.
They'd probably have to start like some kind of fund.
Yeah.
Like, do something with it.
They'd send more people overseas. I'd be funding missionaries for the rest of their long-term life of wherever country they are at.
They definitely wouldn't be doing the Joel Osteen.
No.
They would actually be using it for good, I like to believe.
I'd make sure that it'd be personally invested.
Yeah. Yeah, it's my money.
My money.
But I did give to God, but it was my money.
I want to make sure you're using it for God.
Yeah, exactly.
Make sure you're actually sending it to people who are overseas on missions, not people here.
Not an 8-bedroom, 11-bathroom mansion.
Gosh.
Wild.
That's crazy.
I know. So, yeah. Crazy.
It is. Mike's now?
Yeah,
but we've gone on a tangent of what we do with all that money.
Look at us.
A 17-minute tangent.
Nice.
Okay. You wanna go? Sure. I don't know what this is called, but it's the thing that makes a little noise that goes. It's that. I got it for free at the Union. I think they were during like finals. They're giving out like stress toys, stress relief, candles, things like that. And I don't know why they thought college kids need annoying things like this, but they did.
Why not?
And obviously I picked one up. Or just call him back. My dad. Yeah, that's fine.
Nice.
Yeah. I
have a wooden, I guess spatula. I almost said spoon.
It's a spatula, yeah.
I don't think I've ever used this.
It's decor?
So, I mean, it's supposed to be useful. I don't know, wooden, like, utensils kind of freak me out. Because I feel like, even though I know research says that they actually don't harbor bacteria,
it's still kind of,
I feel like they do. Because there's holes in the wood.
Yeah, but why don't you,
Like, even, I feel like after I washed it, there would still be bacteria.
Yeah.
Even though I know that's not true. But I will be washing this after. Don't worry. Just in case I ever decide I want to use it.
In case you decide to cook with it.
Yeah.
There you go.
So.
Very nice. Songs now. My song is Blame Brett by The Beaches. I heard it on TikTok, and then I was like, oh, this is nice. So then I found it, listened to the whole song, and I was like, oh, this is really nice. And now I have like 3 of my friends obsessed with the song, and then the other 3 hate the song because we've played it so much. But great song.
Yeah. Don't think I've ever heard it, but
so I'll play it after.
Okay.
Get you on it.
Mine is the Razorback fight song.
There you go.
Because first home game this week, and I'm so excited. Someone the other day was like, so are you excited for football season? And I was like, am I?
Am I excited?
Yes, obviously.
Best time of the year.
Honestly. It's like what gets me through the semester is
it's because you can just hear the band play it where they're practicing. You just hear the fight song all the time.
Well, yeah.
I saw all of them out there when I was driving here.
There's so many.
Crazy.
My thing is like, I hate the fall semester because we go towards winter. And the days get shorter and darker. And as a woman, that makes me scared when it's dark outdoors.
Also, just hate the cold.
Yeah, that too. So the only like bright spot is football season.
Until you're standing in the football bleachers in the cold and you're before the game starts, and for that like hour you're waiting, you're kind of like, man, why did I do this?
Like the Ole Miss game last year.
Yes.
Ooh, I was frozen.
I think at one point like I just stopped feeling my lower body. Like I just didn't feel it anymore. So it was like okay because I wasn't.
At least the bathroom had a heater.
That was very true.
The secret bathroom.
Secret bathroom. that we're not telling anyone about.
No.
Because
yeah, I
it'll
was
get so
honestly
full.
shocked that it was there when I discovered that it was there.
Yeah.
And no one's ever in there. It's amazing.
It's literally incredible.
It's upstairs. Totally upstairs.
Yeah.
Everyone
all
go to
the way
bathrooms upstairs.
up the stairs.
Take the elevator if you have to. But yeah, I'm excited.
I am too.
I didn't actually really watch the game this past weekend that hard because like they started scoring so much, and then I was like, "We're gonna win."
That's the only time that will ever happen to us, though, is where we'll have to we'll get to
I don't
not watch
know.
a game.
Yeah, but this weekend too, because Kent State I guess got just
true.
slaughtered by UCF,
Yeah.
and so
Hopefully.
we'll see.
I don't know. I was on the boat, so we were listening to it over the radio. It was a little harder to
had it
keep
on the
up
TV,
with what was going on.
but we were also swimming, so
Yeah.
it was nice. Did you guys sword fight on the lake?
We did not. I didn't pack the
Aw.
swords. We did wrestle on the mat.
Nice.
Yeah, it was fun. I got some bruises. Tubing really
Takes a lot out of you.
tubing hurt. Okay, let me tell you.
Yeah, all
I
your
didn't-
friends are very bony. I feel like it would hurt if they just rolled onto
Yes. Yes.
you.
They
Nothing
are.
against your friends.
No,
they just seem
they
like
just-
bony people.
A few of them are. Some of them are not. A few of them are. But we were on the tube and we were sitting, and on the tube, we have the sit up one, not the lay down one, because you can fit more people on the sit up one. And you got the armrest, but you're sharing an armrest with the people beside you. And because of weight distribution is important on the tube, I was in the middle. I was sitting next to my friend. He's on the outside, and his elbow just repeatedly slammed into mine. I have a bruise. Now, because I was in the middle, I did not fall off. However, the people on the outside did. There was one time the tube, before I got on it, my dad wasn't even trying to flip them when he was driving this thing. They just hit a nasty little wave or whatnot. And, I mean, when I tell you my roommate was skipping on the water when she fell off, I am not exaggerating. It was her first turn on the tube, and then she got off. And she was like, "You can go now." And I was like, "Okay." But no, it was good. We had fun. Nothing got broken. No one got hurt. I almost got thrown off the jet ski only once, which was pretty good considering it was his first time driving one. So call it a win, I guess. Only one pair of sunglasses got lost in the water. Some earrings, but
My first time driving a jet ski was terrifying because it was on the ocean.
Yeah,
It was very windy that day. We were in
They
Florida.
are scary to drive on the ocean
Yeah.
than a lake.
There were waves, and
Yeah.
my mom was just clinging on to me, and I was grip
just dead to grip white knuckles.
No, my arms were so sore the next day because it had been so choppy. It was
yeah.
everything I could do to keep it. Yeah, but
no, it's the way I would be okay, we're gonna go slow coming out of here and into the turn, and once I tell you that you're good and you're in deep enough water, then you can do whatever. And all of a sudden it's just and I'm oh no.
Yeah,
but it's okay. Our neighbor at the lake is the guy that does our insurance for everything. So I know he was just looking out the window
oh no.
oh no, oh no. Probably had the claim reports ready just in case.
Yeah, yesterday when I was at the clinic, I asked, I was like, so do you have a lot of tubing, skiing, water-related activity injuries over the summer? And he was like, oh yeah. Because I remember beginning of summer maybe, some 18-year-old came in with a dislocated shoulder because he had made a bet to stay on the tube the longest for $20. And he was not getting that $20.
The thing though is when you're on the tube, you're when
you're so bound and determined to hang on.
Right. Well, you also are how seriously hurt can I get?
Yeah.
You don't really I might be a little sore, I might get some bruises, but how bad can it truly be? And then next thing you know, you're landing on someone's head and you're oh, this is bad.
Sorry I gave you a concussion.
Yeah. Sorry you barely popped out of the water. Sorry you almost drowned. Oops.
See, my biggest tubing accident was my bottoms almost being pulled off one time.
Yeah, that's not
I was hanging on for dear life. It was a stomach one because those are way more fun. I mean, a lot harder.
I don't know. I feel you can catch more air
Yeah.
On the ones you sit up at.
But it just feels cooler to be like on your stomach than
Fair
sitting
enough.
up. But I was on the end. And we made a turn.
Yep.
And I was about to pull myself back on, and I started feeling my swim bottoms go, and I was like, I'm out.
You gotta let go at that point.
Yeah.
But I just hate it because then everyone else on the team's like, oh, you bailed out. Like,
and I was like, you
don't know.
Yeah, you didn't want to see
what happens if I stayed on.
Yeah, exactly.
No, but on the tube, like, I'm determined. Like, my arm would have to rip out of the socket before I let go of those handles. Like, I'm not. No. There were some times, though, that my dad made a turn, and I was like, wow, he must really hate me for the way he's about to launch me into the lake like this.
No, when we had a boat when I was a kid, I was like 7 years old, and my dad was just doing repeated donuts. I'm with my cousins that are 5 and like 8 years older than me, and so I'm just this tiny 7-year-old like being tossed around.
They release rage that they didn't even know they had on their kids when they're tubing, and like when your friends are on it, like when it's just them and I wasn't on it.
You wanted to put the fear of God into your friends.
Yeah. He was nicer to them than when I was on it. And I was like, it's because I'm his kid. Like, he can kill me. It's okay. He pays the hospital bill. If I get hurt, that's fine. True. But I was like, man, what did I do to you?
Like, take mercy on me.
I was like, yo, you do know the idea of this is for, like, me to come back out of the water breathing, right? Like, everyone's supposed to make it out of alive on this.
Yeah. Don't ruin the holiday weekend.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, my parents got a new grill over Labor. They got a Blackstone, which is one of those, like, griddle ones. They were half off at Lowe's. Ooh. But it was on the deal. You, like, had to know about it. Because they didn't, it was, like, marked online, but when you went into the store, it was whole price. Mm-hmm. And so my dad was like, yo, what's up with that? And I guess the guy was like, you have to know the price to get it. And so.
Wild.
So he was like, said it, and he was like, yeah. All right, you got it.
It just sounds like to me someone was too lazy to change the numbers.
I think it was just they were trying not to, like, sell all of them.
Right.
But it was just funny. It was like, if you know, you know.
If you know, you know.
At Lowe's, of all places.
No, you guys had to do, like, a secret knock on the box and the passcode and all that.
It's like passing a cult test. And he was like, literally, I just want this grill. It has an air fryer on it, though. Like
really?
A big one. Mm-hmm.
Okay, that's kind of cool.
Yeah, I know. I'm excited about it. We made a couple things the other day, but I'm excited to make all kinds of. That was another conversation we had during our meeting yesterday.
Oh, yeah.
We started talking, because he asked me about the Blackstone, if I liked it. And our PhD student also got a Blackstone over the weekend.
There you go.
And her husband. And so all three of us were, like,
bonding over the grill.
Yeah.
That's hilarious.
But yeah, fun times.
Gotta love Labor Day. No laboring, you know?
Yeah, exactly. Except for when you have homework.
Right.
But that's fine.
Oh, you know, whatever. Education.
Yeah. Anyways, I just wanted to give an update. We discovered that Andre Yosivash was not only just a track star and football player. Mm-hmm. He was a heptathlete. 7 events. That is nuts.
Crazy.
And he, like, set records.
Oh, yeah.
In, like, the NCAA national championship.
That's wild.
Yeah. I need to ask. Oh, I should have asked my pole vaulter friend if she knows who he is. Because, I mean, she pole vaults, but, like, track.
Could know. In the same circle.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
I know. I love him more and more every day.
He's no longer on the DL, though.
I know. The girlies discovered him.
They found him.
Rude.
They got him now.
He was supposed to be a secret. Let's see how many followers he has.
He's not.
When I followed him, he had 7,000. Let's see what he's at now. 40,000. Wow.
Honestly.
Rude. I was there first.
What an ego boost. What confidence boost for him that must be.
See, unfortunately, the Bengals marketing team knows what they're doing.
They do know what they're doing. I am convinced that when they when they're getting ready to draft, doing all their stuff, that they bring in the marketing team as well. And they're like, hey, these are like our top picks, you know, like this is who we're kind of thinking. And they're like, how would you market them?
I just feel like Zach Taylor has a teenage girl relative.
Or he's like, what about this one? And she's
he
holding up photos.
swipes through pictures, and she'll be like, ooh.
That one.
Yeah.
He just texts her all of them and she's just liking the ones.
I found out today he's from Oklahoma.
Really?
Yeah. He is from Norman and grew up an OU fan.
That's crazy.
But he went to Nebraska, which okay.
He's from Oklahoma.
Yeah.
I don't know where I thought he was from, but
I thought he was
not
from,
Oklahoma.
Iowa, maybe.
It was
or Ohio. I don't know. Not Oklahoma. He doesn't sound Southern.
No.
Which Oklahoma.
Teetering. But
still.
I didn't think he was. Poor him.
I don't know.
I gotta go back to. Just move from Oklahoma to Ohio. Dang, that's tough, bro.
Yikes. Oklahoma's marginally better.
Barely.
As someone who spends a lot of time in Oklahoma and has also never been to Ohio.
Yeah, and has also never
Actually,
seen Ohio.
I have been to Ohio when I was 2 for my aunt's
and you
wedding.
must just remember all of it. Big opinions at the age of 2 on Ohio.
All I know is that I was the flower girl.
What a reliable source.
And my mom made my dress.
There you go.
Seamstress queen.
Truly.
She made her own wedding dress.
No way. That's crazy. I will not
Couldn't be me.
Nah, I'm not.
Thanks, Mom, but I will not be. I don't think she wants to offer those services to me anyway, so.
Probably not. That's a lot of work.
Yeah.
I will not. I will be flipping through a catalog and being like, haha.
Yeah.
There it is.
See, if I had $2 billion,
If I had $2 billion, I'd be,
I'd be on Say Yes to the Dress.
For sure.
Panina Tournay would come and say hi personally.
Yes.
As she did in literally every episode.
Yeah. Now, if I had $2 million, $2 billion. Do even $2 million. Spectacular dress. A hefty price tag.
Crazy wedding, too.
Oh, yeah. Like riding on an elephant or something. It'd be wild.
That's one way to do it. I don't know about that.
I don't know if I'd get an elephant.
Destination where I fly everybody out on a chartered plane.
Yeah. For sure. The food? Spectacular. If I had that much money.
Okay, do you know what JSX is?
No.
The new-ish plane.
Oh, yeah.
So we were talking about it one day because we were talking about how annoying flying is most of the time nowadays and how they keep canceling flights.
Yep.
And so I jokingly I was like, oh, we should fly JSX sometime. Because it's like, so you can charter planes, but some of them are just like the maximum occupancy is 30 people. So they're like semi-private.
30 people on it. That's like nothing.
And they have like their own terminals and all this stuff.
Oh.
But like one of them's at Dallas Love.
Oh, really?
Uh-huh. And I was like, we should fly JSX sometime. And my parents were like, how much is it? Like,
what do you mean?
Yeah, maybe it would be worth it if we don't have to get stuck somewhere for 12 hours. And I was like, it's never going to happen.
No.
But it would be really cool if it did.
Yeah.
But they only fly to certain airports right now.
I was about to say, they're not flying
XNA would be a perfect airport for JSX.
It would.
Just saying. They have one, though, that goes to the Bahamas.
Okay, yeah.
Like, to this one airport on Abaco. And we know people there.
There you go. You have an in.
We were like, hey, if we ever fly to Dallas Love on Delta and then take JSX.
If we ever had to go all the way to Dallas.
Yeah.
And then go.
And then to Marsh Harbor. Perfect.
You got a flight.
Mm-hmm. And then on the like website, it's like free drinks. If I'm paying, it's between $450 and like $800 depending on the days that you fly.
Yeah.
Like if I'm paying anywhere from $450 to $780, they're technically not free.
They're not free drinks.
That $400, those multi-$100 are paying for those drinks.
Those are actually really overpriced drinks.
But the one in California, they fly to Burbank, which is where all the celebrities fly in and out of because they don't like going to LAX anymore.
Yeah.
So You could see some pretty cool people.
Right.
That's never gonna happen.
No.
Unless we win $2 billion.
Yeah.
At that point, though, just buy a plane.
Right. Why slum it with 30 other people when you could fly private?
Yeah.
There
Owning
you
a
go.
plane is actually a giant money pit. Fun fact.
Yeah, those are expensive upkeep.
Yeah. My uncle used to have a plane, and then he had to sell it because they never flew anywhere. And so he was just having to pay for it to be maintained
Mhm.
and in a hangar all
Yeah,
the time.
which is expensive.
I got to fly in it once, though. It was pretty cool.
Hmm.
I actually kind of hated it because small planes terrify me because
Yeah.
they're more dangerous than big
A
planes.
little rickety little thing, you know?
Yeah. It freaked me out just a little bit. But getting to sit backwards in a plane was kind of cool.
It was kind of cool. Yeah. I've never been in a small plane like that, you know?
Have you ever been on a seaplane? Those are kind of scary too
Mm-mm.
because you land on the water.
No, I've never been on one. I want to. I want to land, like,
Mhm.
maybe, like, once, and then I might be done. But, like,
Yeah, when we were in Seattle one time, we went to this like one of the little islands off of there,
yeah.
and it was either take the ferry or pay like $100 to take a seaplane, which is 1,000 times faster. So we did that.
Yeah.
There's only like 8 people on it. It's kind of scary.
I could imagine that
They're
it
cool.
would be, but I would like to experience it once. But I've never
Yeah.
been in a situation where I needed to land on the sea
Yeah,
in a plane. So, you know, we're good.
yeah. Small planes are scary, and helicopters.
Yeah, I do want to go in a helicopter. It'd be kind of cool, but
Never. I guess
They
I've
are
been on
scary.
one when I was like a small child, but
why do you did everything as a small child?
I was easy to take along with my
Yes.
parents wherever they were
Your
going.
parents really said, we are not limiting our lives for our child.
Yeah, no, literally. They were like, she can come along. She can hang.
She can hang. She's all right.
Yeah, so we went. I guess we flew over the Hoover Dam, but I don't really remember it. I was like 4.
Yeah.
But now I would never choose to get on a helicopter.
I would, just for like a quick little
One
up, down, loop around, and then...
One wrong blast of wind, and those things like go down like an RC copter. So, in my opinion, I don't know if that's fully how it works. It's probably not, but
I was
in
gonna
my
say,
brain, that's how it
I think they're
works.
a little sturdier than that. just like a tad.
Sometimes they'll, during like, I guess it's during the fall, they do helicopter rides near my house over the corn maze. Because usually there's a shape in the corn maze.
Oh.
But they would like fly over our house. And I'd be like, someone's like looking out
That's kind of weird.
at us just down here.
Just in the backyard.
You'd just like hear it start coming by. Sometimes the military helicopters come by too.
They do.
And they're so loud.
Oh, yeah.
Ugh.
They are not stealthy in the slightest.
No.
Those suckers are loud.
They like shake the house.
I'm pretty sure Russia knows when we start one of those bad boys up.
Yeah.
You just feel the vibrations across.
I guess that's why they invented stealth bombers.
Yeah, because the helicopters weren't cutting it.
Yeah, no, those Black Hawks are not very quiet.
Mm-mm. Ugh. Interesting. I didn't know you had a fear of small planes.
I have a fear of most planes.
Of all planes?
Yeah.
Mm.
Which is weird because I've been flying
I was about to
since
say, you fly.
childhood.
Yeah.
But ever since, like, I think what caused it, it was like, it's more of like Pavlovian now,
Mm.
is that when my class went to Washington, D.C. my junior year, on our way back from Chicago to here, we were like flying into a thunderstorm. And the pilot, he circled for like 45 minutes over Exit A. And he was like, yeah, I don't know if we're going to be able to land. We might have to divert to KC and then wait it out a little bit and then come back. And it was already like 10:30. I was like, I just want to go home. Like, I don't want to be here.
So the minor inconvenience of not
No.
Okay.
Then,
Oh.
after like the 45 minutes, he's like, I think we can make it.
You think? You think we can make it?
What do you mean?
You obviously made it.
Yeah, but on a think and not a no?
That is wild
And
for
it
the
was-
pilot to say.
It was like the roughest landing ever.
You really hit
We
me with
bounced on the runway,
I think
and I was just like, Oh my gosh.
When this summer when I can't remember if it was going to Daytona or coming back, but we were sitting on the plane, like, waiting for it to take off, and you hear the pilot go, "Yeah, we just had to fix something real quick. We should be good to go in about 5 minutes. They should get it
that
all
always
ready."
freaks me out too.
And
if
I'm like,
they delay takeoff or something like that.
I'm like, what do you mean? Just fix it real quick? Like, what?
Yeah.
What is it?
Yeah, no. On our way back from Belize, when we were coming from Dallas to here, they'd started boarding, and then 5 minutes later they deboarded so they could quickly fix something.
I know. I'm like,
reboard.
what are we quickly fixing?
Yeah.
Like, I feel like nothing on a plane should be a quick fix. It should be a very detailed, thorough examination to fix. Like,
yeah. And my thing is, like, was it just that a seat is loose, or like the fuselage is loose?
yeah, like what are
we
we fixing? Like, did the tire and the landing gear just look a little flat, or like were the wings rattling?
Yeah.
Like, I can just picture them like duct taping under the plane. They're like, it should hold.
Yeah, that's where the anxiety starts kicking in. And so now, anytime we hit turbulence, I'm like gripping the seat handrests. Like,
there was some poor girl behind me, and she had like only flown like one other time, and so she's talking with the people behind her. She's like, "Yeah, I'm so scared," like blah blah blah. And I just looked at my friend and I go, I mean, she survived the car ride here, so statistically she's doing all right.
I know. That's what my mom tries to do too. And I'm like, I know these facts. That doesn't make it any better in my head. But like, when we're flying to Belize, it's a short runway apparently, which means you have to brake sooner, and there were mountains around.
Oh yeah.
And we like started hitting turbulence when we're getting into like close, and as we're starting to descend, and we hit like a big one, and I just like literally tears welled up in my eyes, and I was like gripping the thing, and my mom was like, "It's okay, we're about to land." And I was like, "That's the most dangerous part. What do you mean? Takeoff and landing are the two most dangerous parts." And she was like, "You're fine." And I'm like, "I know that you used to fly planes. She used to have her pilot's license.
There you go.
But I did not. I will not."
That does not mean all of us think we're fine.
Yeah. I was like, so let me cry in peace right now.
That's so funny.
And pray.
Yeah. I'm like, dear God, please let these wings stay onto the plane. Please let all landing gear be okay.
The longer the flight, I just have to like find ways to distract myself. Because as soon as I like maybe get into a movie or something.
Yeah.
But as soon as I like consciously recognize, oh yeah, I'm like over the ocean right now. Then I'll just have like a mini panic attack for a second until I can re-distract myself.
Sometimes I just look out the window and I'm like, if we had to do an emergency landing right now, like where would we go?
Yeah.
I don't know why. It doesn't make me scared though. I'm just like, could a plane fit there? What neighborhood would we just have to rip down?
See, that's the other thing about small planes. They always are landing in weird places.
They do just be landing in the middle of fields on the side of the road.
Well, that one crashed into Lake Hamilton over the summer.
Yeah.
And then another one, like a week later, the same day, crashed into the woods in Fayetteville.
Mm-hmm. I think sometimes these pilots be thinking they're a little better than they are.
Yeah. And that's the thing about small planes. Most of them only have one pilot. At least commercial has two.
Yeah. Two people got to be incompetent to crash it.
Exactly. Crazy.
That is wild.
Yeah. I don't know how we got onto there.
I don't either. I was trying to think about it.
That's fine.
But whatever.
Okay, so the next thing. I just thought of this the other day. So we were talking the other day about how people are always like, women don't like football. Yes, we do.
Mm-hmm.
Which, similarly related, I had posted that a TikTok about Andre the other day.
Yes.
Someone commented, "It's not like you watch football anyway." Yeah, I do. No, the worst part was, so then I responded. I was like, my weekends are spent at Arkansas games or watching college and NFL football on TV, so I don't know who y'all are. And the man did not respond, but he went back and liked the TikTok. And I was like, really? You have nothing else to say, you're just going to like it?
That's funny.
Oh. But I was just like, he didn't want to publicly concede. I was like, men are so annoying.
That's so funny.
But anyways, in that same vein, we just sit here and accept that while male sports announcers say literally the dumbest things. just to hear themselves talk while calling a game.
They sound like that one kid in your class that like raises his hand and he's like, oh, piggybacking off of that. Blah, 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 blah. Like just saying stuff to hear him talk.
Say like the dumbest thing that has nothing to do
with
the subject.
He's not saying anything.
Yeah, no. So the other day, so we all know Colorado beat TCU. It's a big deal.
Yep.
We'll see how it lasts for Dion. I'm not completely on board yet with him.
Okay.
But one of I don't even remember who it was. It was after some game was on the other day. I don't remember which one. Florida State, I think, in LSU.
Yeah.
This announcer just goes, Colorado just had so many plays by so many players. No way, dude.
You mean to tell me
that's crazy.
That the plays involve players? That the players have to make the plays?
Yeah.
Ali, I get what he was trying to say, but we could have worded that
so much better.
A whole lot better.
Or they'll be like, for this team to get some points on the board, they need to get a touchdown. Or they need to
score.
Yeah, or if they want to win, they need to score some more.
They need to run the ball. Like, no.
No way. That's crazy.
Okay.
And we just accept that?
Well, it's funny because you think a lot of these guys, if they're not former athletes, because normally sports commentators are a mix between, retired athletes and then people with a journalism degree for the most part. But it'd be the people with the journalism degree that are saying this. And, I get what he means by Colorado had many plays by many players.
Yeah.
But, we could have said it so much better.
Say, one specific, just be like, oh, when this guy did this, that was, a turning point in the game.
Right, there are so many
that really
ways.
Pushed the momentum. Whatever.
Yeah.
But I just think it's crazy that we just...
Yeah, there's so many better ways to word that.
And there's some little frat boy who watches that and is like, yeah, that is so true.
That's so true.
But yeah, a woman will be like, oh, did you see KJ throw that one long ball or whatever? And they'll be like, you have no idea what you're talking about.
They're like, yeah, of course KJ threw a ball. What do you mean?
You're like, killed me.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's how I felt doing my fantasy draft last night. I drafted quite late. Should I have... scheduling issues, okay, guys? We're in college. Not everyone's schedule lined up well. But my little brother really helped me out, and I FaceTimed him during my entire fantasy draft. But, I would draft somebody, and then my friends that were on the call who I was drafting with would be like, do you even know what team he plays for? First off, yes, it says it on the screen.
Yeah.
Second of all, whatever. I know about football. I just don't know how the ESPN webpage worked to do the draft. Very different things, okay?
Yeah.
Football, I know. The software of ESPN, no, first time using it. I didn't know what buttons to push.
That's like when you do a March Madness bracket, too. Yes. It takes so long to figure out just how to put a team
I know what I'm thinking.
Yeah.
Okay, it's not my fault, though, that ESPN just was not working with how I was working. We got it, though. My team is stacked.
Nice.
I'm projected to win my first matchup, so we're okay.
Nice.
Granted, though, the person my roommate had helping her out did not know what he was doing. At least I had ideas on who to draft. Although my brother was a big help, I'm not going to lie. There were some times he just said names and I was clicking them. But for the most part, I knew who they were. I knew why I was choosing them.
That gives me the same energy, of them being like, do you even know who that is or whatever? Of this one time I had it was before I got a Switch. Mm-hmm. I had never played Mario Kart on the Switch before. Right. I'd never used a Switch before.
Yeah.
And we were over at my friend's house, and his little brother was like, oh, we should all play Mario Kart. And I was like, yeah, let's do it, 10-year-old boy.
Yeah.
Show me what to do. And so, unknowingly, there's a way to switch between joystick control and just motion control on there. And somehow it got switched to joystick without realizing. And I didn't know that you could do that, much less the other people around. And so the race starts, and I'm still. My character is just not moving. And I'm like,
what am I doing?
I'm like, is this the Wii where you have to like press something.
Right.
Like, I don't understand what's happening right now. And this one girl's now husband, at the time boyfriend of like 1 week. I don't know how she married this man, but he was like, oh, this just killed me. He goes, well, have you tried pressing A? I'm like, well, yeah, obviously. I have tried that. And he goes, well, do you know what the A button looks like? You mean the button with an A on it? Like, first of all, I'm literate. And second of all, I can read. I can see it. And also, this isn't my first time playing a video game.
Right. Like, you don't think I didn't try to hit all the buttons?
Exactly. And then finally we got the joystick working. And the 10-year-old boy was like, I'm so sorry. I didn't realize like that it did that when I was handing you the remote, blah, 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 blah. He was like accountable, a 10-year-old. And then this like 20-something-year-old guy is like, well, do you know what an A button looks like? Oh, I wanted to stand up and slap that man so hard. He was like rude to other people that night too. And I was just like, so whenever they announced their engagement, I could not believe it. They streamed their wedding on Twitch.
Yuck.
Yeah. So obviously this guy's a big time gamer. And so he knows what neighbor.
Oh yeah. He's got it.
But I was just It's
the same vibe as when someone's like, if you wear a t-shirt with a band on it, and they're like, name 5 of the songs. Like,
I'm surprised I didn't get any of those on that TikTok. Be like, do you even know 5 football players?
Yes, I can name you 5 football players.
Like, what team are you asking for?
I think that's so much. And then they'll be like, name 5 football players. And then they'll get mad at girls who don't necessarily watch football a lot, and they'll name like the 5 most popular because they're on everything related to football. And they'll be like, oh, you just chose the 5 most popular. Like,
okay, 5 hottest ones or something. Like, okay,
but are they not the ones that you're watching highlight reels of?
Yeah.
Are they not the ones?
They're the ones that stuck out first.
Right, and ESPN, like,
yeah.
It's not our fault that they're the ones on repeat.
Crazy.
It's wild. Although, once football season starts, then you'll finally get the guys who just, like, sit in class and will watch the highlight reels.
Someone was doing that literally today in my class.
You see, I don't think there's enough. There's not a whole lot out yet. Like,
I know,
diversify the highlight reels we're watching.
Oh, no, it was a hype video, actually, for the Cleveland Browns. What? The Browns? Really?
All the way here,
if you're going to root for someone in Ohio, do the Bengals. Like, first of all.
I just think it's so funny. I was like, it's funny when they start missing basketball season, and all of a sudden you see the basketball highlights, and I'm like, it is 8:35, and you're watching LeBron dunks right now. Like, get it. Just don't come to class at that point. Like, that or put some AirPods in. Like, I don't know why you're blasting this full volume before the teacher walks in.
One of the things I learned when we were in Belize is apparently basketball is very popular there.
No.
And I was like, oh, is there like a certain team? And the guy was like, everyone here likes the Lakers.
I mean,
like, that was it.
Popular choice.
And they were like, and everyone loves LeBron. And that's like,
I mean, the loyalty runs deep.
But you would go into like a grocery store and there would be Lakers jerseys that you could buy.
That's so funny.
And yeah, it was the strangest
thing.
I
love that it's just the Lakers. Like,
oh yeah, that was like the only
no
team
other
that you could
team.
See. Maybe, I think I saw a Warriors jersey somewhere, but still 2 California teams.
Right.
I just thought that was so funny. I was like, okay, there's more basketball teams.
Right, the Lakers have to play other basketball. Like, you can root for the other teams.
I think the closest ones to y'all are the Mavericks, like in Dallas. But okay.
Pop off, I guess.
I just thought that was, I don't know. I feel like basketball feels like such an American sport. Like,
but it's not. It's very widespread.
Yeah, and it's becoming bigger in other countries.
Mm-hmm.
But like for the longest time, Britain like did not care about basketball.
No, but you have a lot like. I think like there's an Australian league.
Yeah.
Like there's a lot of places where people.
How else would we have gotten Josh Giddey?
Yeah, well, there's a lot of people that will go play overseas for a bit and then come back and play here.
They'll go play in the European League.
Yeah.
I think my dad had a friend in college that went and played in France for a while.
It's kind of cool.
Who was apparently like 6 or 7'1". My dad is like 5'6". So.
Oh yeah, he was leaning down. Your dad was looking up, trying to have a conversation. That must have been. a chiropractic visit after every time they hung out.
Exactly. But yeah, they do have the European leagues. But even then, I feel like you just don't hear about
You don't.
basketball
But
anywhere
maybe that's
else.
just because we're not in
Europe,
maybe. So we're watching.
Maybe that's why they're trying to send the college teams to Europe too more.
Yeah.
Because we swap men's and women's every year now.
Bump up the.
But I guess like this summer when the women's team went, I heard that. So like they went to Croatia first and then to Athens.
Yeah.
And I think it was one of the Canadian teams. They just stayed in Athens for 2 weeks instead of traveling because every other team was passing through Athens at some point. So they played like 20 games.
So they played all of them, but they just stayed.
Because all of these random teams just kept coming through. Like Clemson was there, and like
honestly,
Alabama was there.
It was probably the most stress-free trip that person ever had to plan.
Because they were just like, all right, let's kick back in Athens.
Stay in Athens.
Yeah.
Very smart of them. Although I would have, like, if you're in Europe and you had the chance to travel around, like, why not travel around? But, you know.
Yeah. I would have loved to go to Croatia.
It would be
super cool. They went on one of those, like, trams up a mountain.
Oh, I did see that. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. My mom had a panic attack on one of those one time.
But not on a small plane?
No. But I told her, I was like, Mom, we need to go to Croatia so that you can, like, redeem yourself.
Did she tell you? She should have been like, we'd have to fly on a plane to get there.
Yeah. I know. Every time I say something, I'll, like, make a joke. Because I also, usually before we go on vacation, I'll end up having a nightmare about being in a plane crash. I always survive them. But still.
But you have a nightmare about it.
But still, and they're very vivid. And so.
What is wrong with you?
I have very vivid dreams. It's kind of scary sometimes. I literally woke up the other day mad at someone because it was, like, so realistic. I'll tell you about it later.
Okay.
But it was Caroline that I was mad at.
Oh, no.
I almost texted her to be like, hey, you'll never believe what happened. But anyways, no, I told my mom that one time, and she was like, well, then just don't go. And I'm like, that's not realistic because I want to go on vacation.
Fair.
I'm like, I will deal with that myself. Just let me be.
Do you ever just, like, pop a NyQuil, go to sleep on it?
No, I used to take melatonin, but that actually makes my dreams worse. Because the harder you sleep, the more you tend to dream.
Yeah,
and a lot of people who take melatonin, like, have more nightmares, so.
I just don't ever remember my dreams, so can't relate. They just...
Yeah, no, I remember almost all of mine.
Like, sometimes I wake up and I, like, know I dreamed, but I couldn't tell you what it was. And sometimes it's just, like, a black TV screen in my mind.
I wish... I think apparently it's an ADHD thing too, though, to have vivid dreams.
There you go.
So I was predisposed to it.
Yeah, different disability.
Different brains.
Yeah.
Yeah, I wish my mind could be blank sometimes. I feel like that must be nice.
Yeah, but like I just wake up and my roommates are all talking about their dreams. They're like, "What'd you dream about?" And I'm like,
I don't know.
I just went to sleep. What do you mean?
You need a dream journal.
I don't even know. Like it's not even like I wake up and I remember it and then I forget it. It's just like
it's like immediate. Like just don't.
I don't even know if it happened. Like,
interesting.
I tell you, I turned the lamp off. I rolled over, and then all of a sudden my alarm was going off. I turned that out, turned the lamp back on. Like I don't know what happened in between.
Interesting.
Sometimes I do, but not all the time. You know?
Yeah.
I don't know. Couldn't tell you the science behind dreams.
It's not my field.
No, not mine either.
Okay, so the last thing I wanted to talk about. Did you see this for the Oregon mascot?
Yes.
Did push-ups the other day?
I did see it.
The score was 81 to like nothing.
Yes.
Apparently, too, it's not just you do as many as on the scoreboard. It's cumulative. So the first time they score, he does 7. The second time they get a touchdown, they do 14, and they just
keep going.
But apparently their mascots switch every quarter, which I think Arkansas is every half, unless it's really, really hot.
Yeah.
So
they had a fresh set of arms doing push-ups.
But that guy during the fourth quarter having to do...
He was cranking them.
Ooh.
That cannot be easy in a mascot.
Yeah, especially with a big old beak.
Yeah. But I guess with a big old beak, you're not going all the way down.
The mascot does have a really cute name, though. Its name is Puddles.
Okay, that is really cute. That is cute.
Oregon, though, when they pull out the yellow uniforms, I hate those uniforms so much, that neon yellow.
Yellow, we said this once, and I'll say it again. Yellow is not.
That's still better than LSU yellow.
Yes, but yellow and orange should not be considered for college colors anymore.
No.
They're not good.
No.
There's no way they look pretty, good, anything like that.
Mm-mm.
Ever.
You know what game I did watch the other day that was awful? It was Rutgers and Northwestern. So two like ACC teams.
Yeah.
The SEC is better in so many ways. It was like the most boring football game. There was no drama. There was no excitement. It was just cut and dry.
It was just backyard football.
And like, since it's the North, no one cares.
Yeah.
So like, I was like, it just must be so soulless there at a football game, anywhere that's not the SEC.
I bet you kids go there to do homework because it's quiet.
Probably. Like, I was just like, I have no dog in this fight. I don't care who wins or loses. Just give me some kind of action, because this is just horrible.
I also think one thing I like about the SEC is it doesn't matter if your SEC team is not playing. It's just two other SEC teams that you like don't necessarily root for. But you will want to lose. You will want one to win. Yeah. You will want one to lose. Like, there's always... You're rooting for somebody no matter who's playing.
Like, Alabama, I always want to lose.
I do always want them to lose.
And LSU, most of the time, I want them to lose.
But, like, I feel like in other conferences, like, they just don't care.
Oh, what do you think is going to happen Alabama, Texas this weekend?
Okay, I do hate Texas.
I know. I hate them both so much.
I was thinking about this earlier. I'm in a bit of a dilemma.
Are they allowed to tie like in the NFL? Like, can we just get like a 0-0 and like everyone forfeits? Or
honestly, I think that my hatred for Texas is more than my hatred for Alabama.
Really?
Yeah, and I'd rather have Bama win this one.
Who's ranked higher is the question, I guess. I want whoever's ranked lower to win.
I don't know.
Because
I don't know off the top of my head who's...
Let's look at the AP poll and see if Texas is even ranked. Because I'm sure Arkansas is not ranked right now.
Shocker.
But we got 22 votes this past weekend. So most likely, so long as we win this week, we should. Why is this ad so large? Okay, there we go. Georgia's number 1. So Alabama's number 3, which means, okay, Texas is 11. So
but like, my thing though is that like, I'm just not seeing Texas as an SEC team yet.
Yeah.
And so to me, it's still like, oh, it's an SEC team playing a non-SEC team. Like, I want the SEC team to win.
Yeah. I just don't like Nick Saban.
I will. Yeah, I'd rather have Alabama beat Texas. I think my hatred for Texas is deeper than my dislike for Alabama. And Texas is not an SEC team. And Alabama is. So that's where I stand on that one.
Fair. I just really want us to win by a lot this weekend so that we can get ranked. And Clemson can be knocked out.
It would be nice.
I guess Coach said on Tuesday, he goes, "You think LSU is having a good practice today? You think Clemson is having a good practice today?" Like, oh, okay. Do you think TCU is having a good practice today? That is kind of hard for him. That's really funny.
Okay, I don't know what he is implementing, but okay, at school I kind of be parking illegally, and I park in a lot where the football players park because there's normally always spots. But when I come in for my 9:30 class on Tuesdays and Thursdays, their entire lot is full. And I don't know what he has threatened these football players with, but they are going to class for like the first time ever, and it is ridiculous.
Bryce was actually in class today.
First off, I lost my parking spot. Now I gotta walk farther up. Terrible. But like everyone I know who has like classes or like is in a major with like football players or something, they're like, yeah, they're like all in class. Like, I don't get it. I don't get it either. Like, what are you doing? We're in like, what was this, 3rd week of school?
Yeah, I guess so.
Yeah, y'all should be funneling out by now. My parking spot should be opening back up. Like, what are we doing?
Thankfully, things have calmed down in the garage.
Oh, yeah.
I was able to not have to pay for one today.
Well, my thing is, like, I know they're not at I know they're not there because they're practicing, because they're not out on the practice field.
Some of them may be in the weight room,
right?
But not all of them.
But not the like that's a big lot.
Yeah.
And all spots are full
because they don't practice till like 4:30.
Right, and then there'll even be guys with the little like football thing hanging off their mirror, like a little tag that like lets them park in that lot, and they'll like circle that lot and it's full, and they'll have to go to another one. And I'm like, this is weird. I don't think I've ever seen this many football players on campus getting an education.
I was gonna say he must be cracking down on that or something.
That's what I'm thinking. Because they're like flooding out of Kemple, the business buildings. They're everywhere. It's kind of scary, just because they're so like tall and big. Yeah. And I'm like,
I'll never forget the time I walked by KJ on campus one time. I guess it was 2 seasons ago now, because I was on the main part of campus.
Oh yeah.
I was like walking in front of the Union, and he's the only one I recognized. There were a bunch of other guys too, but I was on the phone with my mom, and I was like, that was KJ.
No, I just like walking behind them because I can't see where I'm going.
Yeah.
Because they're too tall. Like I just don't. It's weird.
Mm-hmm.
You just don't realize how big they are until you meet, like, you're there in person. You're like, oh wow, the TV makes you look small.
Yeah.
Because even like small players are like, compared to an average height person, like they're really tall. But like compared to everyone else, like they're, it's wild.
It just reminds me of when I used to see Connor Vanover every day.
Yeah.
Or every Monday, Wednesday, Friday. It was terrifying. We'd be like leaving Kemple, or he would be leaving Kemple. I'd be leaving like Walker or something.
Yeah.
And you would just see him poking above the sea of people.
It's so funny sometimes.
And then he would like walk by me, and I'd be like, my head is barely as high as your hips right now. That's just terrifying.
Yeah. Although it doesn't happen with baseball players because they're normally pretty.
Yeah, they're kind of compact.
Little.
Some of them are kind of tall.
Some of them are tall, but they're not like above average tall. They're like average tall. So I feel like they blend in more with us regular.
Plus, I feel like there's so many baseball players on a team, it's harder to.
Yeah,
I guess football is too, though. But once again, they're a lot taller, so it's easier
so you can pick them out. Yeah, you just like you're like,
and with basketball too.
Yeah, like you're like he has to be.
I saw one of the new guys today.
Really?
I don't remember which one it was. It was the one with longer hair.
What a detailed description that was. Oh wow.
I cannot think of his name. I need to learn the new roster since we.
I know, even if you were able to describe him so well, I still wouldn't have been able to tell you his name.
I need to learn the football lineup too, because we got so many new guys.
We do have a lot.
They kept saying stuff the other day, and I was like, I have no idea who that is.
That's what made it so hard when I was listening to it on the radio.
No, it wasn't him. He's cute.
Because I was like, when I was listening to the football game on the radio, and they kept saying all these like new guys' names, I was like, I don't know who this is.
It wasn't that guy. Who was it? I don't know. We have a lot of new basketball players.
We did some. Must have did some recruiting.
Giant necklace. That's like a choker.
That cannot be comfortable. Like there's no.
Let's hope he's not wearing that on the court. What is this picture? It was not him.
No,
he was. He looks like he has a secret. He's got that like face.
He knows something we don't know.
Yeah, he's like,
but we just said something about it. Yeah.
I don't know who it was. I'm excited about him. He's from Cincy.
Oh yeah, I see.
He seems like a good dude. I follow him on Instagram. There we go. He has a video of his baptism.
Aw, how cute.
It's pinned too.
Aw, how cute.
I don't know. I don't remember who it was. There's a couple guys who don't have pictures yet. So
yeah.
But anyways, since when do they link their Twitter and Instagram? I have not noticed that before.
They said they're influencers too.
Might as well be. Anyways. Oh wow. We've gone a while. We'll talk about volleyball next week.
Yep.
Volleyball is cool. That's all I'll say.
It is cool. Very cool.
And I'm excited for them to stop traveling because they're going to be gone for like the next 2 weeks.
I know. We need a home game.
Yes. So we can start going again.
That's what I'm saying.
And hopefully there won't be as many fans. Don't get me wrong. We love seeing people support women's sports. But like, I want to be one of only 6 people in the student section so I can get like a whole pizza.
We just need to be there earlier.
Yeah.
We know it now.
Yeah.
Get there earlier.
Mhm.
We're set now.
Yeah. Anyways, any words of wisdom?
No, go be a world-class athlete.
Make your bracelets
Mm-hmm.
and go be a world-class athlete. Bye.
Bye.